Hello, my dear students. In this class, we will understand how to solve the question related to CPM. So, as we have been doing in previous topics, first we used to solve the question and then we figure out and we observe that what are the key things which should be known. So, here we will apply the same methodology. First, we will learn how to solve the question, and during the solution, we will learn some required concepts and some other things which are to be explained. So I will explain one by one. Now you will see question related to CPM in this form. This is the general form of the question. You can see. I suggest you to note down the question. A small maintenance project. A small maintenance project consists the following 12 jobs. A small maintenance project consists the following 12 jobs. Now these are jobs and these are the duration in days. So job 1 say 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 to 4 and 3 to 4. Duration are 2, 7, 3 and 3. And in the continuation, this is 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 to 8, 6 to 7. Duration is 5, 3, 5, 8. And then 6 to 10, 7 to 9, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Duration is 4, 4, 1, 7. Now, these are the things which are generally asked in question related to CPM. Determine project completion time, critical activities, critical path, 3 types of floats. Project completion time, activity, critical path, 3 types of floats. So during solution we will understand that what is meant by project completion time, critical activities, critical path, 3 types of float, because it will be easy if we learn along the solution. Otherwise, if first you try to explore that what is the meaning of critical activities, what is the meaning of critical path, so you will have a vague idea. But this is my experience. Once you learn, once you learn these things along with the solution, then it becomes clear for you. Now, uh, so any question related to PERT or CPM, the first thing is that we have to make network diagram. So first we will make network diagram, and that I think I have explained in fair way to draw network diagram. But still I will draw this network diagram in front of you so that if you have any confusions you can confirm. Now activities are, these are the activities 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Here because this is given in this form 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, so you can see interconnections are given here. So here like in one of the question you must have seen that activity was given A, B, C, D, and there was the requirement of their preceding or succeeding activities, their interrelation, so that was given in another column. But here this information 1 to 2, 2 to 3, they these information they are giving, they are providing you information about the activities as well as with their interconnections also. Now see how to form a network diagram. So as I told you that we will make network diagram in it will be better if I make in next different sheet so that further solution can be easily explained to you. Okay, let me see. Now, as I told you that network, you should attempt network diagram in more than one draft. First, make a rough draft and then try to improve that. So just keep on drawing whatever given in question, and then in second draft try to improve. So this is the reason I suggest most of you to make diagram with the help of pencil, and once you fix your diagram then you can use pen. Here 1 to 2, So this is activity 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 2 to 3, then 2 to 4, then 2 to 4, then 3 to 4, then 3 to 5, then 4 to 6, then 5 to 8, then 6 to 7, then 6 to 10, then 6 to 10, then 7 to 9, then 8 to 9, then 9 to 10. So now this is the diagram, you can see, and every time I suggest you to check this diagram by yourself, or because here you are drawing this diagram just for translating this information into diagram. So your diagram should be verified from this information. So you can see that all the sequence and connections should be correct, because this is the diagram which is representing this information. And it can be drawn in many ways. You can see orientation of configuration of the activities and their orientation, like ये एक्टिविटी में गैप मतलब एरो की लेंथ कम ज़्यादा हो, in that way. It is not always necessary that you, all the time you are if two students are making diagrams, both will end up in the similar diagram. It is not necessary. So there is very fair logic behind that. So always try to verify your diagram with the help of given information, because you are just converting this information in the diagram. Now this can be made more clear, और इसको अच्छा बना सकते हैं और साफ सुथरा बना सकते हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर इस 2 को थोड़ा 2 से 4 वाली एक्टिविटी को थोड़ा ऊपर कर दिया जाए तो इसके बीच में थोड़ा सा गैप आ जाएगा. 4 को थोड़ा आगे तक बढ़ा दें तो 3 to 5 थोड़ा और ठीक दिखेगा. यहाँ पे इन द सेम वे अगर ये 4 को थोड़ा सा ऐसे लेके जाएं, 6 को, एंड देन चलिए एक ड्राफ्ट और बना दें. 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 5. इसको थोड़ा इधर कर दें तो यहाँ पे गैप मिल जाएगा. then 3 to 5, then 5 to 8, राइट. then 5 to 8, यहाँ से थोड़ा सा आ जाते हैं. then 2 से हमने 4 लिया था, 2 से 4 और 3 से भी 4. देखिए पहले अगर ये 3 से 4 हम ये ले लें तो 2 to 4 दिस इज. then 4 to 6, 4 to 6, then 6 to 7, and 7 to 9, 6 to 7 and 7 to 9, 6 to 7 and 6 to 10 भी जाना है. then 7 to 9, and then 8 to 9, and then 9 to 10, and this is 9 to 10, and this is 6 to 10. So now I can you can see that this diagram is more clear. Now write duration of activities. Duration of activities. I suggest you to write duration of activity below the arrow. So it will become easy to identify that which duration is written for which activity. Like for example, if you write above and here you write below, so sometimes you may face this confusion. So this is the reason I suggest you always write activity below the arrow. Write activity duration below the arrow. Here 1 to 2 का 2, 2 से 3 का 7, 2 to 4 का 3, then 3 to 4 का 3, then 3 to 5 का 5, then 4 to 6 का 3, then 5 to 8 का 5, then 6 to 7 का 8, then 6 to 10 का 4, then 7 to 9 का again 4, then 8 to 9 का 1, and 9 to 10 का 7. तो थोड़ा सा कट गया था तो उसको हमने ऐसे 7. Now so we have just converted this information in the form of diagram. Till now we have done nothing. We have just converted this information in the form of network diagram. This is the only thing we have. Now we will proceed to find out the answers of the asked questions like project completion time, critical activities, critical path, 3 types of floats. Now for that, for calculation, for your for further proceeding, you need to know some terms like if there is an activity I and j, suppose this is an activity A and its duration is tij. So this is simply these are the numbers, like you can see this is the activity. Here I is 2 and j is 3 and tij is 7. Now above this we are going to write such type of boxes above each event. Why? Because in first box there will be earliest time and in second box there will be latest time. Here it will be earliest time, here it will be latest time. Earliest time, and here it is latest time. Don't get confused. If you are not getting anything, still have patience. At the end of the question you will come to know everything. If still something are required, then we will take one more question, so you will understand everything. So if you are not getting anything, don't be patient. Now so for example, this will be ei, this will be li, this will be ej, this will be lj. It means that earliest start time of I and latest start time of I. This is earliest finish time of earliest time of A. For example, you can say that this is the activity A. So this is the earliest start time of A and this is the latest start time of A. This is the earliest finish time of A and this is the latest finish time of A. अब ये अर्लीस्ट फिनिश और लेटेस्ट फिनिश का मतलब क्या है, ये और आप आगे समझेंगे धीरे धीरे. फिलहाल केवल इतना समझते चलिए दैट at the above each event we are going to make 2 boxes एंड इन ईच बॉक्स यू आर गोइंग टू राइट नंबर। तो उन नंबर का मतलब क्या होगा, यहाँ पे जो नंबर है इसका मतलब है अर्लीस्ट स्टार्ट टाइम। यहाँ पे जो पहले बॉक्स में नंबर है वो अर्लीस्ट टाइम है, ये यहाँ पे अर्लीस्ट टाइम, यहाँ पे अर्लीस्ट टाइम। सेकंड बॉक्स में जो नंबर है वो लेटेस्ट टाइम है, वो लेटेस्ट टाइम। अब जैसे इस इवेंट के लिए, इस एक्टिविटी के लिए ये स्टार्ट इवेंट है और ये फिनिश इवेंट है। सो स्टार्ट इवेंट पे जो भी टाइम है वो स्टार्ट टाइम है, तो ये अर्लीस्ट स्टार्ट टाइम हो गया, ये लेटेस्ट स्टार्ट टाइम हो गया। ये इसके लिए अर्लीस्ट फिनिश टाइम हो गया, ये लेटेस्ट फिनिश टाइम हो गया। फर्दर अगर सपोज आगे और एक्टिविटी कोई कंटिन्यू होती तो उस सपोज यहाँ पे एक आगे एक्टिविटी बी कंटिन्यू होती तो उस बी एक्टिविटी के लिए ये अर्लीस्ट स्टार्ट टाइम होता और ये लेटेस्ट स्टार्ट टाइम होता। इन दिस वे दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस, एंड धीरे धीरे करके आप और उसको अच्छे से समझते चलोगे, डोंट वरी। नाउ फॉर above, for each event you have to calculate these earliest time and latest time. So it means that above each event you have to draw boxes. If above is not a space, then you can write below, but I suggest you to write above if there is a space available above the event, so draw box there. I am just making the boxes above each event. Now in each boxes you have to write numbers. What numbers? Here you will write earliest time, and here you will write latest time for every event. For any event you can see here you will write earliest time and here you will write latest time. Now how this earliest time and latest time is calculated? So there are, for earliest time we follow a method that is known as forward pass method. Forward pass method, just see what does it mean by forward pass method. We will assume that this project starts at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0 project starts. Now अगर ये एक्टिविटी ये एक्टिविटी 1 to 2 वाली 0 टाइम पे स्टार्ट होगी तो ख़त्म कब होगी? क्योंकि इस एक्टिविटी को होने में 2 मिनट, सपोज ये अभी 12 बज के वो एकदम 0 पे ये एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट हुई और ये 2 घंटे का टाइम लगता है एक्टिविटी फिनिश होने में। सो हाउ मच टाइम इट विल टेक टू फिनिश? 2 hours. सो इट कितने टाइम पे ख़त्म होगी? 2 बजे। Now here see here what number should be written here? If this activity starts at 2 and it takes 7 hours to be finished, so by which time it will be finished? At 9. Simple, because 2 बजे शुरू हुई और 7 घंटा इसको होने में लगता है तो 9 बजे तक ये खत्म हो गया। सिंपल सी बात है, देयर इज नो सच डिफिकल्टी. In the same way here, if it is 9 for activity 3 to 5, if it starts at 9 and it takes 5 hours to finish that activity 3 to 5, then at what time this activity will finish? So 9 plus 5, 14. Now see here, you have to pay attention whenever you see any merge event. merge event का मतलब क्या हुआ? जहाँ पे 2 एक्टिविटी आकर के ख़त्म हो रही है, यहाँ पे you will have choice. how? देखिए, ये अगर हम इस एक्टिविटी 2 और 4 की बात करें तो इन दिस यू कैन सी कि ये एक्टिविटी 2 और 4 स्टार्ट हुई थी 2 बजे और 3 घंटा इसको होने में लगता है, तो इट विल फिनिश एट 5. इट शुड फिनिश एट 5. ठीक, यहाँ पे 5 लिखा जाना चाहिए. इन द सेम वे नाउ अब सी हियर एक्टिविटी 3 to 4. एक्टिविटी 3 to 4 ये स्टार्ट हुआ 9 बजे और 3 घंटा उसको होने में लगा, तो ये एक्टिविटी कितने टाइम ख़त्म होगी? 12 बजे। तो अब यहाँ पे आपके पास दो चॉइस है कि 5 लिखें कि 12 लिखें, क्योंकि यहाँ से अगर आप इस पाथ से आते हो तो यहाँ से विल सी दैट इट शुड बी 12, और अगर आप यहाँ से आते हो तो इट शुड बी 5. So now you have choice. So when there is such choice, so it means that you are going to write greater number. You are going to write greater number. So we will write 12. वैसे इसका practical significance क्या हुआ? The practical significance is that if this activity finishes in 5 at 5 and this activity finishes at 12, so event 4, this activity 4 to 6 will not start until all the activities which should be finished earlier. जितनी भी एक्टिविटी 4 to 6 वाली एक्टिविटी से पहले जो हो जानी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट ही तभी होगी जब ये सारी इवेंट खत्म हो जाएंगी. तो 5 बजे तक ये तो खत्म हो जाएगी, लेकिन ये भी नहीं खत्म हुई होगी. सो यू हैव टू वेट till this event get finished, this activity get finished. This is the reason we write here greater number of the two. So if from here if you are coming, then it is 5, and from here if you are coming, it is 12. So we are going to write 12 here. Now, so you will see this situation whenever there is any merge event only. Now here 12 plus 3, 15. Now in the same way here 14, and this activity starts at 14 and 5 hours it takes to get finished. 14 plus 5, 19. In the same way here 15 plus 8, 23. Now here you can see again this is the merge event. One path is from here and one path is from here, so we will select the greater number. 23 plus 4, 27. 19 plus 1, 20. So it means that we are going to take 27. Now 27. Now see here again this is the merge event. So from this path 15 plus 4, 19, and from this path 27 plus 7, 34. So greater is 34. Again see what I have done. It is very simple. We started from t equal to 0. Now in forward pass method we are just adding the activity time. 0 plus 2, 2. Then 2 plus 7, 9. And whenever there is any merge event, so we will take greater number, and I told you the logic behind that. Greater number, now see here 2 plus 3, 5, and 9 plus 3, 12. So here there are two choice, 5 and 12, so we will take 12. The same way 12 plus 3, 15. Here 9 plus 5, 14. Then 14 plus 5, 19. Then here 15 plus 8, 23. Now here again this is the merge event, so there is one path 7 to 9 and 8 to 9. If you calculate time from here, so it's 23 plus 4, 27, and 19 plus 1, 20. So 27 is greater, so we will take 27. Again from 9 to 10 we can reach, and from 6 to 10 we can reach. So if we take 6 to 10, so say 15 plus 4, 19, and here 27 plus 7, 34. So we will write 34 here. So this is the way we calculated all the earliest time, and this method is known as forward pass method. Why? Because we are going ahead, and accordingly we are calculating the time. We are going forward, and accordingly we are calculating time. So this is the reason this method is known as forward pass method. And now for calculation of लेटेस्ट टाइम. अब आप ये फॉरवर्ड पास मेथड समझ गए हैं, तो इट मीन्स यू कैन इजीली प्रेडिक्ट एंड व्हाट विल बी द मेथड टू कैलकुलेट लेटेस्ट टाइम, दैट इज बैकवर्ड पास मेथड. तो फॉरवर्ड पास मेथड अगर आप समझ गए हैं तो बैकवर्ड पास मेथड क्या होता होगा ये थोड़ा थोड़ा अंदाजा लग रहा होगा. बैकवर्ड पास मेथड, नाउ सी हाउ इट वर्क्स. in backward pass method, now we will move in backward direction. So first, in the last box, we will write the same number 34, and we will assume that it finish at 34. 34 and 30, both numbers should be same. This is the you can take as thumb rule that in last event both the numbers are same. So what number written is here, we will write the same number here. Now with the in the reference of this number, we will calculate all the latest times. Now see, 34 minus 4, 30. 34 minus 4, 30. Now coming here, 34 minus 7, 27. There is no problem. Now 27 minus 4, 23. Here sorry, here we have done a little mistake. Whenever there is a बस्ट इवेंट मीन्स जिस इवेंट से दो एक्टिविटी निकल रही हो. सो हियर दिस इज द बस्ट इवेंट. सो वेन एवर वी कम टू बस्ट इवेंट, सो हियर यू हैव टू कॉन्शियस सी अगेन 34 minus 7, 27. Then 27 minus 4, 23. And now here you can see at this event you can reach from this path also. 10 to 6 पे आ सकते हैं और 7 to 6 पे आ सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे you will have two choice. तो 34 minus 4, 30 and 23 minus 8, 15. So अब backward pass method में जो छोटा नंबर होता है वो लेते हैं, बस ऐसे आप याद रखिए. So here we will write 15. Because, और ये कब सिचुएशन आएगी, वेन एवर यू सी एनी बस्ट इवेंट. बस्ट इवेंट का मतलब क्या, ऐसी इवेंट जहाँ से दो एक्टिविटीज़ निकलती. और ऐसे कह सकते हैं कि उस इवेंट पे आपके पास दो चॉइस होंगी, दो पाथ होंगे. एक देखिए इधर से आते हैं, एक इधर से आते हैं. इधर से आने में आप यू विल कैलकुलेट 23 माइनस 8, 15. यहाँ से कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो 34 माइनस 4, 30. सो स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर विल बी रिटन. Like in case of forward pass method, what we used to take greater number. Here we will take smallest number. Now here again you can see 27 minus 1. 27 minus 1, it is 26. Now 26 minus 5, it is 21. Here 15 minus 3, it is 12. Now here there are again two paths. One path is this, one path is this. If we take it come from here to 12 minus 3, 9. Then 21 minus 5, 16. So which number is smallest? 9. So we will write 9 here. Again, if you come at 2, so there are two paths, one from here and one from here. Again we will calculate 12 minus 3, 9. 9 minus 7, 2. So we will write smallest number, and here 2 minus 2, 0. So the first thing is that if you calculate all the latest time by backward pass method, so whenever you reach at the first event you will get 0 definitely, because earliest start time and latest start time of the first event will be same. The same way, latest start time and latest finish time of the earliest start time and latest finish time of the final activity will be same. So now this is the backward pass method. Let me explain again. With the help of forward pass method, we calculated all the earliest time of the events. Now here it was 34. Now we started we wrote 34 here. So with the reference of this we are going to calculate all the latest time. So 34 minus 7, 27. Right. Now 27 minus 4, 23. Now here when we reach 6, so there are two paths. एक तो 7 to 6 or then 10 to 6. So this is the situation when you are getting two options, and you will get at the burst events only. So the smallest number will be taken. So 34 minus 4 0, 34 minus 4 30, and 23 minus 8 15. So we'll write 15 because this is the smallest of 15, and 34, the 15 is the smallest. Now 15 minus 3 12. Here 27 minus 1 26, then 26 minus 5 21, and here you can see again you have two options. You can come from here, you can come from here. So now the take just calculate which is the smallest number, because 21 minus 5 16, 12 minus 3 9. So we'll take 9. Now again here again you have two options, one from here and one from here. So we'll calculate, so it comes 2, and finally it is 0. So this is the way we calculated all the earliest time and latest time. And next processing I will tell you next video. Thank you.